Hello, my name is Tatiana. You are at the channel, FlossTube channel, Tatiana Stitch USMD. This been for a long time when I was absent from this channel. There are many reasons why. I can give you some updates about my life from it's been, I think, maybe like 4 years, maybe even more, 4 or 5 years since I did my last video and was showing you my progress, and there was like several videos. As you may know from my previous video, I do have a channel. It's Tatiana Stitch. It's a channel where I talk about my cross stitch and my crafting, embroidery in Russian language. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. I'm Russian origin, but I'm Kyrgyz citizen. In the United States, I'm already for 18 years. And since last video, many personal changes was happening in my personal life and in my work life. Before, like when you previously saw me, I was doing my fellowship in California, in Los Angeles, and it was a fellowship for hematopathology. I was finishing my residency before for clinical and surgical pathology. And 4 years later, I'm already working as a physician. Right now, we moved to Mississippi. It is a little town, very big hospital, and I'm working in pathology department already for 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years. And this is my first job. So far, I really liked it. I also had a second baby. Right now I have 2 sons. My first son right now 7 years old, and my second son, he's 2.5 years old. Another big thing that happened in our life, my first son was diagnosed with autism. We did have some ideas that he's different, especially when I was doing that videos, and he was like 2.5 years. And the differences start increasing more and more, and by the age he was like 3.5 and he started going to daycare. It was kind of obvious at that time. It's been really busy life, very busy work life, very busy personal life, second baby. Right now, so many things happening. Alex, my older son, he's doing all therapies that possible to do, and he's on busy schedule, from school to daycare after school program to many therapies that we're doing for him. In addition, my baby son also very busy going to daycare. Here in the Mississippi, my hospital have a wonderful, amazing daycare that arranging after school program, and we are in love with this daycare. They really taking good care of my older son or my younger son. This is amazing experience being here. Even we didn't think that we would love the Mississippi, but after our life in Texas and in California, we actually really did want to go to some small life and just have a quiet family time, spend more time together, live somewhere when we can like walk in the park, have a quiet neighborhood, and this is what we got. And now I think I will start talking about my whips. I have so many whips. I will not get a chance to review my WIPs today, and actually I don't personally like to take these videos. I do like watching them. However, to organize all of this and show all WIPs, unpack them and pack them back, this is very time consuming and I would not enjoy doing it. I know, like, maybe only if I would get very good feedback from you again I might do it. But for now, my plan for this video, actually introduction of being back and introduction of showing my cross stitch and crafting embroidery project from last year that was completed and that are moving forward, and I do have passion to work on them and to complete them, and we would see where we end up this year, 2026. That is why I would just showing in this video my project from last year, and especially I would concentrate on the projects that I was able to complete. And there was much more projects that I was just spend a little bit time on them, but I might not show them today. Okay, let's because it's still New Year right now. It's January 2nd. I would like to show you the projects that I actually started last year and finished last year. This is amazing Christmas stocking that actually from my last videos my taste kind of changed a lot, and you would see maybe compared with my previous WIP parade that right now I'm working on completely different designs. And it's kind of curious how for 4 years, like I have been missing from my American YouTube or English channel, crafting YouTube, and where I was 4 years ago and where I am now. This is interesting. But I got idea a couple of years ago that I want my Christmas designs all be in a very shiny, very bright, very bright, and specifically in colors white, gold, silver, and red. And I do like to use these type of AB crystals, and I use them a lot in my Christmas ornaments or in my Christmas designs. And this was my inspiration actually for many years. This is designer Grace by Sasha. Grace by Sasha, and name of the designer Aleksandra Tkachova. All of this in Russian language. And this pattern, it's Sapazhok or Christmas stocking 22. It's from 2022. And what I particularly like about this design, the idea of using this fur kind of fabric on a heel and on top of the Christmas stocking. This is how my design looks. Designer actually Christmas stocking look a little bit different. Idea actually kind of the same, but the pattern itself, basically pattern itself is different. But this is because I already have previous stocking, and my previous stocking was humongous. It was that big, this big. The designer stocking actually much smaller size, very similar to the dimensions stocking. But this is huge. I think this is a 1/2 meter. That is why I was start thinking about how can I change it using my own crystals that are different size. I wanted much more crystals that designer was thinking, and I wanted bigger, like everything is bigger because like size of the stocking increased. That is why I actually start liking this type of embroidery. I don't know English name of this, but we call it шовчики. And in my last several years, I'm in love in this type of embroidery. In addition to cross stitch, to half stitch, black work, I start liking doing this type of embroidery. And this is where I end up. This actually patterned from a designer, but everything else kind of I added something on my own. This one, it's not from the designer, but idea of this branch, this flower, with this flower and this flower, it's from the designer. But I just added something. I did like this kind of leaf pattern in the center. It's, for me, it looks like a zipper. And I had some empty space here. Designer didn't have it. I add this very, very cute pattern. In the center, it was different kind of pattern. I added this because it's very similar to what I have here. I added black work on the edges, black work here because I had some empty space and I wanted to add something in addition. I also was able to make the stocking, to complete the stocking. I use the fabrics that I use for my Christmas ornaments. I use it inside, and it's very accurate, it's very neat, very clean inside. And I add this gold artificial leather looking like cord, and this is the edge. This is how it is laying, was sitting on my fire space. This is cool. I'm really proud of this Christmas stocking. I have only one. I plan to have more for each my family member, but I do have only one so far. I hope that I will do one more this year and maybe next year. This is something that I'm really proud for this year. It took me several months. The cross stitch, the embroidery of this stocking was maybe 1.5 or 2 months. And to make, at least for half months, I was working on making this stocking. Maybe for a couple of weeks. It took me some time. Really cute. Another pattern that I was completed and able to this is from this year. This is Ukrainian sampler from West Needle designer, and this is number 2. I was doing it in a little bit different colors that designer thought, but again I was using my metallic threads that I had in my stash, and I was just using, but you know, idea actually, if I had something purple, I tried to use purple thread, metallic thread. But if I have 2 colors of purple, sometimes I had only one metallic thread, I was using, for example, purple and light blue, something like that. I was making big changes in colors, but only because I wanted to do everything in the metallic thread and from the choice that I have. There are also a lot of black patterns that I think it looks really cool, and for black I was using just black threads, SHS threads. It's not DMC, it's DMC color, but it's SHS synthetic thread. This is what I predominantly use. I don't use DMC color. I don't use DMC cotton. I use only SHS threads. And for example, these threads, it's full colors. Also, I organize it, I think this year. It took me some time to manage it. I take everything from my stashes, from my little bags, old patterns, and I just, or from the patterns that I decided that I'm not going to do, and I just reorganize everything in the nice way and putting them in this pattern. Also there, actually, I do have needle organizers, and it means that when I knit, when I cross stitch and I have thread left over, I just park them right next to the thread. This is my also something that I worked this year. But this is amazing patterns that I completed this year, and I also was able to use this frame. Actually, this frame, it's from Hobby Lobby. It's already pre-made. This is something that you can buy already ready to use. I didn't order a frame to be made specifically for this pattern, because like when I first saw this frame, I actually bought 2 of them because I did plan to do 2 patterns, and I bought these frames like again maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And my first pattern that is also here, I finished 3 years ago, and this is part 1 Ukrainian sampler. And also I do have, oh, it's like this, I do have a year of completion, 2022. I started in the beginning of 2022, and by the end of 2022 I finished this sampler. And the same year I actually started the second part that looks like this, but I didn't finish it. There was times that I was not embroidery for long time because of like specific family reason and work reason. But last year I was working on this sampler a lot, and in the beginning of this year I completed the part number 2, and now I have beautiful 2 frames, 2 samplers that completed part 1 and part 2 sampler, Ukrainian sampler, that are amazing. And again, designer is Vest Needle Ukrainian sampler. I really recommend it. You can use different threads, like what you have in your stash. I use metallic because it looks just gorgeous. This idea of using multicolor metallic thread, and this fabric, it's Congress Stramin, and it's very firm, and to use metallic on, very firm. And I actually was no, it's not cross stitches, it's a half stitches. All this sampler made as a half stitch, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I really enjoy working on it. I really recommend it. And this is big accomplishment for this year. It's already having its space in our bedroom. It's very symmetrical. In the center we have like one picture, and there are 2 pictures on the side, and that wall have actually lightning on the wall. And because it's metallic, it looks gorgeous. On that artificial lightning that coming from the ceiling, it looks amazing. I'm really proud of this design. Another finish that happened this year, actually, it's sampler. I call it elderly sample, and these designs that actually you can find online, and this is from booklet from 1904. It's really old patterns, old booklet, and there are many patterns. I think there are more than 100 patterns, and this is one of them. I actually my friend, she did a PDF and XSD file of this pattern, and me and her, we were working on it, and she completed it as well, and I complete only this year. Again, this is Congress Stramin, and I was working as a half stitch, and this is metallic. Metallic, red metallic, brown metallic, and orange metallic. And as you can see, I have orange center. It's like goldish orange, red circle, and this area, it's have kind of changing in color. And what I did, because the metallics that I'm working is very thin, and I use 4 threads. It means that, for example, this was a brown, 4 threads of brown. Here it was 2 threads of brown, 2 threads of orange, 4 threads of orange, and like this. The changing in color, it was like 2 and 2, brown and orange, 4 brown, 2 and 2, brown and orange, 4 orange. And this was just idea in my head, and this is on the outside frame, it's all brown. These samplers for the LaFontaine stories, and you can see this is a rooster, this is a monkey, this is a crown, I think it's crown, this is a fox. Actually, there are animals that I don't know English name for all of these animals, because again, I'm still thinking in Russian, even I'm here 17 years, but this is like amazing sampler. And this is not the sampler that you can buy, but again, this is available online from the old booklet. And I know that many of these actually samplers or designs are available right now on Etsy. I never saw this sampler on Etsy, but something that is presented in the PDF file already, you can buy on the Etsy. I also leave here the video. It is in Russian. However, my friend, she did very detailed video about this booklet, and where she found it, and how it's looking, and which patterns are there. It's just really cool. I actually have several samplers that I started from that booklet, but this one was completed this year. And after completion this sampler, I decided that I need a duplicate, because I have two beautiful frames that is already on our walls, and it's kind of designer frames. However, I want that designer frames to use as a frames for these pattern designs that I already completed. However, because I have 2 of them, I was thinking and planning what I can do to be very similar to this pattern. Basically, I'm working on the second sampler that would look very similar, but it is different sampler, and it's from the same booklet. However, it has a different size. This sampler actually looks something like this. For example, this is the center. It's very symmetrical, but these kind of pictures would be having 4 different pictures. This kind of picture would be having 4 different pictures. However, this pattern, it's much bigger. I'm going to decrease it, and from circle it's going to end up as a square. This is a project, work in progress. I was working on this sampler only this year, I think for several months, and this is several months work. I stopped because I think it was overwhelming to finish this sampler, and if I remember correctly, it's 350 by 350, and this sampler is 400 something. It means that I need to decrease it to make it again 350 by 350. And as you can see, this sampler actually you working on filling the background and whatever is not stitched looking as a picture. I love this kind of stitching. It looks amazing, as you can see. Again, I work with the same colors, and it will have predominantly red metallic, and the rest of it would be orange metallic and brown. This work in progress. I really hope I can work on this project this year. I don't think that I will complete it because it's like many thousands cross stitch. And again, I work as you can see, this is how 4 threads of my metallic looking. I usually take 2 long threads. I put needle and needle holding like this for months or years. These samplers that I completed this year, I think I was working on it maybe 2 years. And it's kind of very fast for me because predominantly my projects are very big, and I spend a lot of time. I do not rush usually. However, this year, for example, something changed, and I do work on the projects. For example, if I choose something, I usually work only on one project, and I think this speed was kind of very calming for me. Just concentrate on one project and go till the end. This actually is the first finish that I had in 2025, and this is this actually design from Dimension, but I was working on the Joy Sunday kit from AliExpress, and this kit had a fabric with a pattern on the fabric. This is my favorite way of stitching. This is where I started actually. I still love it. Even I work on the samplers right now much more. However, the working on the patterns that already painted on the fabric, it's like my favorite and most relaxing way of doing cross stitching. This is how this actually project, I think from 2019 or 2018. It's been many years, and when I start working on this just to complete it, it took me 2 or 3 weeks and I was done, because I was almost done and I postponed this project for many years. This was my kit that I was doing everywhere, in the car, in the travel, at work, because it's very easy to cross stitch on this kind of design, and it's not very big design. Like for me, yes, this is medium size design, but for me this is not the biggest one. My Joy Sunday project usually much bigger, and still this is medium size. I do have few smaller one. However, I do enjoy much more pictures like this. sizes of the kids like that, or even more. I really like what I have. I do have a frame for this design that I already bought, and it's already ready to use frame. The only thing that it need couple of it has a little bit empty space on the side, and it need maybe 1 centimeter on this side. It means that just to put in that frame, I need to add a couple of lines here. I think I will do it this year, just to complete it and frame it and put it on the wall, because this is very, very beautiful design, and this was very joyful project that I should just put it on my wall and enjoy it, looking at it much longer. I did work on some projects that are not cross-stitching, and I also like to do patchwork. And this was again one of the patchwork designs that I did completed. I will show you other projects later. I think the rest of my stuff I would be showing already on the wall or in different room, because it's much harder for me to arrange this type of video and bring everything from the house, because many of the work that I finished already in use. And we are using this craft. I have this here because this blanket, I actually keep it for this room. This is my crafting room. We have a big sofa here. When my kids come and play here, this is a blanket for them. I did give this to my baby. However, I think this blanket a little bit too big for him, and he didn't use it too much. And I'm like, okay, then I will bring it to my room and will enjoy it. And when he come here, he really playing with this blanket, laying down and using this blanket here. I do use this blanket here. And idea of this blanket was this kind of pictures that already was ready to use. It's a fabric. It's a pictures on the fabric. And I just wanted to, this boy looks almost exactly like my baby boy, two and a half baby boy. And I was just doing patchwork around it using this kind of beautiful fabric with a yellow daisy, yellow honeycombing, bees, orange flowers. This is my favorite colors. And also this is the backing. It's microfiber, soft, furry type fabric that my kids really love. That is why I was using this fabric on the back, because I knew that they would like it. I do have several blankets that are cotton, and they are not used that often as a microfiber blankets that are made like in the store. That is why here I decided I will make patchwork, but I also will use microfiber. I think this was a wonderful idea because my kids do like it. And it is wonderful. They do like watching. It's cotton. However, when they put blanket on top of them, it's usually go to this microfiber area. Even though I do want them to use cotton, natural fabric, however, no. Unfortunately, it always goes like this. And it's okay because it's just beautiful blanket and amazing idea. I think I'm going to use this kind of idea in future. And this is also project of this year. It took me, I think, maybe good 1 month to complete everything. And again, I start and stop. Another craft that actually my husband had, I do have a lot of wooden puzzles that my husband really like to do right now, and these pictures are a puzzle, and I was framing them, these kind of wooden slices. I do have a lot of them that he completed this year, and many of them already on the walls. I would give you a quick tour of what been done this year, but this is one that is still in this room, and I think this one will stay in this room. We would see, maybe I will take it to my work, because I'm pathologist. My work is with microscope, and my eyes, actually, it's something that I do use for my work a lot, and I think this would be kind of representable in my office to have picture like this, especially made by my husband. And my hobby is framing framing his puzzles. And these kind of puzzles looks like this, and I buy it on the AliExpress. I think you can also buy it on Amazon. I never checked because I do have big stash what I already bought on the Amazon, and prices are, I think this is the biggest size, A5, and prices usually around $15, $10. On the AliExpress it's very cheap. However, I'm usually waiting for these deliveries for 1 or 2 months. I'm not in rush. That is why if I really want something from AliExpress, it's cheap. However, it's coming for a long time. And I usually choose not by store, I choose by pictures. And the wooden puzzles was coming from different stores, and the boxes could look like this, like this. For example, these wooden puzzles are actually very nice because they do have picture on the box. These wooden puzzles do not have picture on the box. When you open them, like this one is empty, but when you open them, they have a bag like this. Wooden puzzles in this bag, and this picture usually inside of the box. For example, this is next puzzle for my husband that would look like this. I have some idea what I want to do. We have like 4 puzzles like this with different animals, and I think it would look really cool in one of the room. That is why I did ask him to do this. It's kind of boring for him because everything is yellow, white and brown, but he's doing a good job. This is the last one. This is just examples of how the wooden puzzles looks like. Another big project that he already completed, and I already framed it. These frames I did bought on the Amazon, and it's just plastic frames that looking like a black wood. It has wooden backing, and I color it black, and the wooden puzzle I put inside. I remove the glass, I don't need glass, and I bought these frames. It's also on Amazon. There are 4 counts in one box. It means that I use 3. This is one, this is second one. This is also his completion, and my work is to frame them, because again you have to find a way how to connect all these like little pieces all nice and neat together. And as you can see, for sure you didn't saw it before I pointed, it has a missing piece. It did have a missing piece. I didn't talk with the store. I know that you can talk with them and they will replace the puzzle itself, but I didn't do it. I have some idea what I want to do with this missing puzzle. I think maybe most likely we'll use Play-Doh and we'll color on top of it. Actually, with that amount of puzzles that my husband did it this year, I showed you 4, but I have maybe 10 that he completed. I have 2 pieces that are missing, and that I would work on the replacing it with Play-Doh and with coloring it. After I'm done gluing the puzzle on the surface, I usually put spray, glistening spray on top, and this is how it's stay nice and clean. Another project that I completed, cross-stitch project that I completed this year, looks like this. And again, I'm talking right now about cross-stitch project. This is alphabet. This is French designer alphabet. Let me I don't remember the name of these designs, but alphabet looks like this, and a half of alphabet goes on one side, and another half of the alphabet goes on opposite side. If I turn like this, this would be another half of the alphabet. This is a table runner. My completion of this design took me several years. Finally, this year I decided I'm going to finish it. And I did, before finishing this year, I think only maybe 30 or 40% was done. The rest of it was done this year. It means that this second row was done this year, and several letters from this side and from this side was finished this year as well. And another idea that I got, it's hardanger. If you can see, I'm doing hardanger, and this is work in progress, and I'm working on this pattern right now. Basically, I will show you. Hardanger would be from all sides, and this is something there where I end up right now. Again, it's work in progress. This would be my corner, and I have 1.5 meters of work in progress hardanger. This is a very big table runner on our very, very big table. My kids, especially my older son, he's obsessed with alphabets, with words, with reading, and it is why I think this table runner is needed, really needed, and he would enjoy it, and my baby son would enjoy it, because Alex obsessed with alphabet. Artemi also likes alphabets and ABC, and it is why I actually I completed this alphabet maybe in the middle of the year. Hardanger I didn't start for the almost till the end of the year, but majority of the work was done in December. I had a trip and I took this work, and I worked a lot during my trip on this project. It was very comfortable to work on. Right now, I completed hardanger around. My another ideas of hardanger, it would be some maybe diamond-like designs here in the two sides, these sides and opposite sides. Maybe something very simple hardanger-like coming here in the center. And the rest of it, actually, I need to finish these kind of star-like patterns all around. I finish it on the inner design, but I need to work on the outer design, this kind of star-like patterns. And this is very time-consuming work, but this is what is coming. I started doing it here, and the rest, it would be a lot of work of doing these cuts and these kind of designs, but I am in love with this project, and this is what is coming. This is what will happening with my embroidery for also, I think in 2026 I do have another projects like this coming, another half stitch project, cross stitch project, Joy Sunday projects, another samplers, and again, if I will feel motivated, I might do my whip parade with my more than 100 starts, but I do work on my starts a lot. I think something would be completed in 2026. I think in next video I will already start showing you my new idea what I want to complete in the beginning of the year. And right now my idea, at least last year, I was taking one project and working only on that project before I completed it. This is not what I did before in my life. Usually I was working like 1,000 stitch here, another 1,000 stitch on another project, another 500 stitches on another project, and I was working on the multiple projects at the same time. That is why I do have more than 100 starts. However, last year was different. This year I think I would change my strategy because I do have huge designs. I think I would move them, working on the... I will work on huge designs, doing some progress with several thousands of stitches, and after that maybe concentrate on project like this that I want just to keep moving to the end. For example, this would be my ongoing process for the near future finish. Again, I have Hayed that I started. I have another huge design that I did start. I have huge samplers that I want to move. That is why hopefully it would be a lot of interesting projects next year. And again, as you can see, it's not only cross stitching or half stitching, it's also showchiki, black work, and patchwork and knitting, and crocheting, a lot, like wooden puzzles. I again welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for being with me. I started several years ago. I got so many of you and I got such a wonderful comments. However, with my busy life, in the beginning I was thinking I could manage two channels in Russian. Tatiana Stitch Tatiana Stitch YouTube channel, it is in Russian, but Tatiana Stitch USMD, it is in English. But I actually stopped doing videos for some time, and when I returned, I was looking for jobs that time, and that is why it was, my mind was somewhere else, not in the making video business. However, as you can see, I did craft. Little crafting was with me all the time. I have a lot of projects that I was able to move on. I will try to find passion to show you my another projects. However, you will see them sooner or later in my floss tube videos. I'm back, and this is beginning of 2026. I was happy to show you and share with you my projects from 2025. It's been interesting crafting year and embroidery year. It's been very good year for my work life, for my personal life. We had some difficult times with my family. However, overall, we are happy. We are a happy family with two little kids. and embroidery helping me a lot in this crazy busy life, and I will be happy to start sharing with you again. Thank you, and see you next time in my next floss tube video. This is entrance to the second floor, and on the second floor is game room. However, now I'm using this room like my craft room. And this second floor I actually decorated with this wooden puzzle that my husband did. I think there would be space for a couple of more designs. I have similar type of designs, and this is how it looks like. I really enjoy the view when I'm coming to my crafting room. This is how I decorated it, and this actually very nice wooden frame. I'm using it as a frame, and this I bought actually in Hobby Lobby, and I just painted. I just glue this wood to wood, and I put some clear crystal cover on top of these wooden puzzles. Very nice design. My husband did puzzle. I enjoyed framing these puzzles, and this is how my entrance to the crafting room looking right now. And actually this is almost like seasons. This is more bluish, coldish, winter, spring, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. This is more dry. This is how it's looking. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. This is another huge project that I was working at the end of the year, 2025. However, I did not complete it. This would be my gift bags adventure calendar. My idea is that it would be 31 plus 1, basically 32 bags. And I want to have it for everyday little gifts, candy or little toys. And on 25th and 1st, I want to have big bags for the big toys. So far, as you see, I completed only 12 embroidery and patchwork sewing for 12 bags. I completed embroidery for 25 bags, but I need to work on 6 or 7 bags more. Embroidery, cross stitching and embroidery. And I need to do patchwork bags for the rest of the collection. So far, as you can see, it's only 12. This is very cute little designs that I bought. There are basically 25 designs, actually 24 designs. However, for the 25 and 1st, I will have Santa Claus from Mill Hill collection. It would be bigger, cross-stitching. Also will perform on this Congress Stramin, that is 24 count. And as you can see, I'm doing these 2 over 2 threads. That means that this is 12 counts. And all these crystals and pendant, you also could see that I have little pendant that says made by Tatiana Stitch. I love it. Merry Christmas pendant, AB crystals, all these leaves and all these Christmas ornament toys, silver, gold, and red color. This is my main theme. This is how I created the bags. They're very, very accurate, even inside. Right now, all these bags have actually, when I give little gifts, this bag still was sitting underneath the Christmas tree. And in the empty bag, I was just putting empty, clean plastic bags. That is why they create feeling that it's still full. However, it doesn't, it's empty. This is how it's working on the top. And for kids, I keep asking them, like, today is day number 1. Go look for bag number 1, day number 2, day number 3. And day by day they were opening. Of course, my little one, he like mixed up numbers, and I was looking for him for the bags. And Alex was not really curious of this. Only some gifts he really enjoyed. But for Artemi, it was much more interesting situation was when he was like going, running, looking for a toy. And actually, for days that was after 12, what I did, actually, I was using the same bags. 13, I was like asking them to open another bag. We were already not counting by numbers. Because again, my kids are too little, especially little one, too little to understand the calendar. That is why he was not really going by numbers. However, for the next year, I should be ready. And this huge project that I started in 2025 definitely should be finished. And my plan, I'm going to finish it in some time soon, maybe January, February. Also, that I completed last year, puzzle was completed by my husband, and I completed the decoration, this beautiful, beautiful picture. This is quick, that is why let's do not spend too much time on this. Also, big patchwork project that is not completed yet. My idea that I'm going to do 6 pillows for my son. His room in blue, light wooden colors. And that is why all his bed, his bed actually has jeans color covering. And I decided to do pillows. I wanted to play with different patchworks design, and this was my inspiration. This patchwork, very easy to do. This is how I did it. I also wanted to incorporate some fabric with beautiful pictures, and basically these kind of colors of patchwork fabric I selected based on the colors from this picture. Also, I had beautiful fabric with many different birds. That is why you would see that in my next designs, and actually my ideas for all these patchwork pillowcases. It's actually fabric with beautiful design, fabric with interesting bird, and the rest it's the patchwork that I want just to practice on. This is the forward side, this is reverse side, and reverse side just have this beautiful easy patchwork. And I had pillows already, and that is why when I completed my patchwork design, I just did additional several lines just to increase the size of the pillow casing. And in inner part, I also basically completed entire inner project. This was a blanket that I just wanted to utilize. And this is my inner side of my pillowcases. This is my first actually design. This is, I think, my third one. The size of this pillow is longer, And this is how I did it. And this actually pillows was from the one of the sofas. I have 4 pillows like this, elongated, and I just did new pillow casing. Again, beautiful pictures, and I did very simple designs. I will show you. Actually, this is one block, and I just add additional lining to add some space. There was like, I need to add additional space. I just add this row of squares. In here is the same. This size of this frame, very similar to the one block design. I'm showing you these pillowcases, they are already in use. My son just like a lot of pillows in his bed. It means that these pillows I wash at least like once per 1 or 2 weeks. It means they are heavily in use, but I really enjoy them because they're very thick. That is why very thick. I'm very happy how it turns out. And one more that is completed. This actually pillowcase without pillow. I actually take them out from the washer and dryer machine. This is a block that I really like it. But actually it contains 4 blocks like this. But to complete the pillow, I was able to put together 6 blocks, 2 by 3, and here also 2 by 3, and this is how it turns out. I really like it. And again, this was beautiful fabric, and I just selected fabrics that I have with the similar colors. Beautiful bird, beautiful picture fabric, and this is how my pillowcase looking like. I think this was the most useful and one of the best projects that I did last year. And for completion, I still have 3 more pillows to finish to his room. Right now they actually have kind of jeans colors pillow casing, but I want all 6 pillows having these kind of colors. And for completion, I would have 4 pillows elongated like that, and 2 pillows big like this. This is the idea. I in love with this project. And this would be the last project that I would like to share with you. This is a finish of 2025, and for me it's like very big finish. Total I have 12 Christmas ornament, and this is Winter King collection by Aleksandra Tkachova, and each year she has like 3 ornaments, and I have 4 collections. It means that total I have 12 ornaments completed, and I have 2023, 2016, 18 and 19, and they are amazing. Again, I changed the colors, I changed the crystals, I did some Aleksandra Tkachova. This is a pattern that I was able to buy a long time ago. I have four collections. This project took me maybe 5 years to complete, maybe even more. I finished only 5 ornaments before this year, and this year I was completing another 7 ornaments, and also decorated these ornaments with this white golden roses pattern, and this leather-like cord, and all my Christmas ornaments looking like that, because idea of my Christmas tree, it's gold, white, red, and something very shiny and crystal and silver-like. All my handmade ornaments actually in these colors, and I really enjoy making them. I stitch on Congress Stramine ecru color with gold thread. All my Christmas ornament are done on this fabric. I really enjoy it. There are a lot of changes from the original pattern. I just make the idea that, for example, one crystal in the center, two on the side, similar roses and patterns and embroidery stitches on the around, and I change it a lot. This is not how original patterns looks like, but definitely design overall still was from the Aleksandra Tkachova patterns. I love it. I really love it. It's one of the very popular Christmas ornament collections in Ukraine and Russia, and this is my favorite so far. I have 12 right now, and I don't think that I'm going to continue them because I have so many ideas for other Christmas ornament projects, but this is definitely could be an inspiration for future project. Right now, I think if I will come up with something, I even can start creating the projects myself, like patterns myself. My 12 finished Christmas ornament would be my inspiration, but I really enjoy looking at them, touching them. I'm really proud of this finish of this year 2025, and this definitely was one of the most beautiful decoration piece on my Christmas tree this year. Again, I completed 4 patterns and 3 designs in each pattern collection. They look beautiful, really amazing and very interesting project to work on. I postponed it for many years, but finally it's completed and I'm very happy with it.